French real estate. Hello everybody, this is David, founder of audiocast.com, your source for French real estate information explained in English. Now today, while you're watching these beautiful images of bottles of French wine that I've taken pictures of in different visits throughout my time in France, I'm going to share with you something about another liquid, the importance of water, but particularly to think about this following information when you're buying a property in France. What it is, and it comes from an experience that I had living in a French home, is access to the water itself. Well, let me give you more details. What happened is one day that the water was shut off in my home, and I live in a French village, and what had gone wrong? I called the city hall, I visited the city hall, and they said they weren't doing any works on the piping in the village. An operator wasn't doing this sort of work. So I was quite perplexed. Where had the water gone to? Why had the water stopped? And then on my way home, right next door, I knocked on the neighbors and I said, do you have this problem with water like I do? And they informed me that the water shut off that they had in their place. They turned it off because they were working on installing a new tap. Turns out that the water shut off in their home was on the pipe that was connected to my home. Yes, believe it or not, when they shut their water off, it also shut off the water in my home. Something I never knew about. And I've been in this place, I think it was about 2 years. So the first time that the water was shut off, I find out that the neighbor actually has control over the water access. Now, of course, if you need to know this, it's best to find it out early. So when you're looking at a property in France, whether it's to buy or to rent, it's important for you to know where the water shut off is in case of emergency. So do investigate, do find out where that is. My mistake that I didn't know until I found out this problem. It wasn't an emergency, but it was really good to find out. In addition, when you're looking at a property in France, it's really important to check other things related to the water. You do have the diagnostic reports that talk about the possibility of lead being in the home, and lead could potentially be in piping. Yes, believe it or not, there is some old French homes that still have lead pipes, so you'll want to check that. You do really need to get an expert, a plumber or a French property inspector to come in and check your home and check the piping system, as they say, the canalization, the piping system in the French home. Check the connections underneath the sink when you're visiting the home, maybe for the first visit. Take a peek underneath. Is there water dripping? Just to bring it to your attention. Flush the toilets. Did the water stop running after you flush the toilets? Try the taps. Does the water shut off easily? Just simple little things. Of course, you need expert guidance after that, but just basic little things. I know plenty of times I've visited homes, you just flush the toilet. Say, excuse me, I just flush the toilet, and you flush the toilet, and it never stops. And water is expensive, and you don't want water to be trickling through the system, and you don't want an extra expense of having to fix toilets in a home once you move in. These are just little simple tips to think about when you're visiting a property in France to help you avoid the mistakes of buying a property that needs more work than you anticipate, and then causing it to be a more stressful experience. Because what a disaster would be if you move into a home on the first day and right away you find out that there's a malfunctioning in the toilets because the toilet doesn't stop running, or one of the taps is constantly leaking, or one of the taps doesn't even work because you didn't try it. This is David at ESOR France. I hope you find this information of value. Hope you enjoyed the little images that you saw of the bottles of French wine. Please subscribe to this audiocast, videocast, and also jump over to our website and get a copy of the free e-guide, Mistakes to Avoid When You're Buying Real Estate in France. And then also check out the 110 Tips French Real Estate Buyer's Guide, which is a comprehensive list of tips that you can use to help you understand better the buying process in France. Thank you very much for listening to this. Looking forward to sharing with you more soon. Bye for now.